Boss.
Downgrade my title, to just say I could just do this, whenever they want to put me out, that's what I'm trying to do and be the best at it.
Anything any of the former guys told you?
Yeah, Coach Diaz came and talked to me.
What was kind of your first reaction when you saw that?
I'm a football player. If you want me to play that, I'm going to go play it.
Anything any of the former guys told you, like Rayshawn, Corn, anything adjustment to the position?
Just get played. Do what I got to do.
Jaquan, what I'm most proud about Jaquan is his new thing. You're right. He's had something put on his plate since the moment he's walking. Special.
It is really hard to predict how we'll go nickel and dime because we're still not 100% certain who our top 4 defensive backs are, and we really will not know that until probably second scrimmage in the fall. We know we have guys coming in that we expect to contribute right away in our secondary, and we got to give them a chance. And then the other factor is your 5th defensive back better than your 3rd linebacker? I'm talking about in normal down situations. No doubt in passing down, you'd go to a sub package, but so whoever the 5th DB is, when we find out how good that guy is, he's got to be better than our 3rd linebacker when we find out how good that guy is.
How do you like Jaquan and Sedrick so far?
Excuse me, Jaquan is taking a leadership role. In an instant, he went from being basically the most experienced guy we have in the back end. But I think he's relishing that role. He's making all the calls. He's keeping everybody going in all the drills, being first in every line, and doing what a guy should do when it's his turn to be the head guy.
And then Sedrick, you said before that he's the type of guy where if it doesn't work out for him in safety, he can always go back to corner. What have you seen so far?
It looks like it's working out for him right now. He's really doing a nice job. The biggest thing with he looks like he's having fun playing football. He's running around back there. He's just enjoying himself. He's being active. He's getting around the football, making a lot of plays. We got to get into a live situation, where the ball's storming at him. But from what I've seen so far, he's really embraced the role and is running with it. Well, we talked about there's a lot of things that Shaq and all 3 of the linebackers that played a lot last year can improve on. One is just the overall consistency, is understanding where they're supposed to be in our run fits. We talked about Shaq in terms of being productive. There were times last year where there were some things where still some hesitation. It cost him a chance to be involved in the tackle, where he was around a lot of plays, but maybe not making all the plays. So I think he's in a situation now where he has seen the film of that and understands that his productivity level can go way up from where it was a year ago.
You guys had 8 returning starters from last year. Do you find the guys are playing faster now, and are you know the system a lot better than they did before?
Well, as I've said, we don't consider any of our guys returning starters. None of those guys have won a job yet. However, as you mentioned, we have not just even those people who have started a game for us. We have many guys who have played a lot of snaps for us. We look at it as how many returning snaps do we have at every position. There's no question that we are so much further ahead than we were a year ago. We're further ahead. I look at the way we played in October compared to the way we played in November, even the bowl game, and I think what we've been able to do, and especially the more experienced guys, have been able to really add on to where we were in December and take that next step.
You said Jaquan is taking a leadership role. What besides, being the most experienced guy has changed for him and allowed him to take that leadership role?
Well, sometimes that's just the nature of college football. When you just look, you've only been here for a year and a half, and all of a sudden you're the oldest guy in the secondary room. So it's your turn, so he understands that. We talked to him about that as coaches, that he's got to be the guy, that he's got to come out here every day. He's got to have a good day. He's got to have a great attitude every day, because if he doesn't, then the younger guys who don't quite know what they're doing quite as much, then they won't really know how to fit in. So Jaquan's got to lead us whether he feels good or not. And the great thing about Jaquan is he's already got a naturally upbeat personality that other guys want to get excited to play with.
Have you seen him give advice at all to Sedrick on coming to his position?
Oh yeah, oh there's no doubt. There's no doubt. And plus it's neat that they're both Killian Cougars, you know, so they've known each other for a long time. And like we tell our guys, hey man, we're just playing in the optimist field, man. We're just out there just having fun playing ball.
Can you point to any quote-unquote surprise guys this spring yet? You know, maybe a young kid who has shown some stuff, or even a returner who's really stepped up his game?
We may still be a little early in for the surprise, you know, and I do know that we are. Again, I don't know if surprises were, but we're certainly very pleased with all of our newcomers, all of the mid-year enrollees. You know, Amari Carter, B.J. Jennings, Jonathan Garvin. I don't think I'm missing anybody, but they have really been impressive in their way to get in and not look out of place on a college football field.
Maybe it's kind of a tough question to ask because I know you want guys to play, you got to play your best guys, but I was thinking about redshirting, kind of helps you with your depth in certain ways. Ideally, would you like them to you guys redshirted? Kind of how do you guys think?
You're going to redshirt a guy that only if you're going to waste his year by playing, right? But in this day and age, guys are coming in, they're so ready to play because of what's going on, and they're so well coached before they get here. You don't know that they're going to be here for 4 years anyway. Now, if they're only going to play 8 snaps a year, yeah, you know, to me that's a waste of their time. But that's a decision that usually it's going to depend on who else you have at that position in your depth chart. Certainly, the bigger positions, the bigger body guys, you'd love to have them have another year to mature. But again, we have to be real to what our situation is. This is the first year that the Miami Hurricanes have had 85 scholarships, and who knows how long. So we are now just back to sitting at the card table with the same amount of cards in our hand that everybody else has in our league in their hand. So our depth, when you talk about guys that can handle duties on special teams, things like that, that's where now you finally have a full football team where you can, in essence, you'd like to just have the same thing that the guys on the other sideline are having.
Two more. I'm sorry, I jumped in a little late, so I apologize if someone.
Boss